Hi, in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to add a macro button or a keyboard shortcut to a macro. Now, we're going to start with when you record a macro. Now, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click Record Macro, and I'm going to give my macro name, and I'm simply going to call this button. And we're going to assign the macro to a button. But before we do that, I want to just make this macro here in this document only, because we're not going to save this macro. I'm really not going to do anything with the macro. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to click on the button. And when I do, it brings up my Word options. And we see in the Quick Access toolbar, it shows this button, project.newmacros.button. This is a link to our macro. And we're going to add it up here, although it's grayed out right now, to our Quick Access toolbar. I'm going to select that and come down here and click Add to add it to the Quick Access toolbar. Now, when I click OK, there it is. My button's there. But notice I am recording. So let's go ahead and let's just record a macro real quick. What I want to do is go to Insert, and let's do a quick part. How about a building block? Let's just say, I don't want a cover page. Let's go ahead and let's add our Elevare Skills header. Okay, we'll close the header, go back to our developer tab, and stop recording. Okay, so now if I come and I'm going to get rid of this header. I'm going to delete everything in here. All right, we have no header. Now, let's go ahead and let's go to our developer tab and take a look. We have our macro button, and we have a macro that we created in another lesson, which is applied now to all new blank documents. So we see that the macro is there, and here is the button, Project New Macros button. So if I click that button, it runs the macro. All right, let's go ahead and let's get rid of that. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and do another macro using a keyboard shortcut. So once again, we'll record a macro. This one we will call keyboard. And again, I'm just going to save it in this document. I'm going to click on keyboard. And you see that it wants me to now press the new shortcut key. This is a combination of keys on your keyboard shortcuts to run this macro. Now, we need to find a keyboard shortcut that has not been assigned to another function. So, for example, if I try anything with Control and say Control F3, you see that that's already been assigned to something else. So that's not going to work. And honestly, Control plus just about anything is probably already taken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another key. I'm going to do Control Alt F5, and see that currently assigned to unassigned. And that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to just make this so that it's only in this document. And I'm going to come down here and click the Assign button in the lower left. Okay, now when I hit close, we're going to be recording. So I'm going to hit close, and let's go to Insert, Quick Parts, Building Blocks. This time, let's just add in some auto text. Our address, I will click Insert, and there it is. Okay, so let's go back and stop recording. Now, let me just delete that and test out our keyboard shortcut. Now, you're not going to be able to see me, but it is Control Alt F5, and when I do it, that macro runs. Now, I want to show you one more thing. We're going to come up here and come down to More Commands to open up our Customize the Quick Access toolbar. We're going to come over here to our macro button for the header macro. I'm going to select it here on the right in my Customize Quick Access toolbar, and I'm going to click on Modify. And when I do that, it allows me to change the button from this odd symbol here to any one of these little buttons, whatever I want to do. So I'm going to just pick something, oh gosh, I don't know. Let's just select something like this yellow triangle with the exclamation point. Okay. We'll go ahead and click OK, and we see the button has changed. And when we click it, our macro still works. So now you know a little bit more about adding a button or a keyboard shortcut to a macro. That's it for this lesson. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.